What the Two of Wands says is that you know the path that you've been on, it's ended. It's over. You're not going to go back. You can't keep doing things the way that they have been. And that's the whole point of this. You get to this place and it's a choice. Which direction do you go in? Now, what a lot of people do is they'll stand here. Well, they've got gates here. They don't have a crossroad here, but they stand there and they think, I don't want to make the wrong choice. I don't want to make the wrong choice. There is no wrong choice. Even standing there and not making a choice, that is a choice, right? So that's what this week is. We're coming in, we're at the crossroads. We know we're not going to go back, done with the path that we've been on. Where do we go? Now, I understand. I'm not judging you. I understand why it's going to be one hell of a shitty thing to try to make this decision, because this happened. Last time you made a decision and took a direction, you got left with 10 swords in your back. That's the 10 of swords. Now, this can be deception. This can be betrayal. This can be the worst outcome ever happened from whatever you did before. It's not now. It's not now. This is the aftermath. This has already happened. It says the worst is over when this situation comes up. But think about it, guys. Like, usually he's lying in the dirt usually with 10 swords in his back. So it's overkill. Whatever happened, didn't just hurt you. It decimated you. It left you at rock bottom. But the swords are out of his back. And yet he still stands there bound by this, whatever happened. They're not actually tied together, though. Look, the bindings are loose. He's been cut free. Maybe he cut himself free. But he still stands in this position as if he's still bound by it. Now, this can be old nightmares. This can be old memories. This can be thinking, oh, God, that happened last time. We're still affected by it. We might have trust issues from it. We might not trust us. Well, not might. Whenever we have trust issues, we don't trust ourselves to be able to discern which is the right way to go, whatever. Why did this happen, though? I mean, why is the focus still on this? We have the Ace of Swords in the past. So, I mean, I don't know if you tried something new in the past, because that's what the Ace of Swords is. The Ace of Swords is a new idea, a new way of looking at things, a new way of communicating. And this is a truth that might have come out. It's a victory, though. Victory through clarity and the truth. But does this person look victorious? No, not at all. But that's what's so very telling about the Two of Wands. It's not the Two of Swords that you don't want to make the decision. You want to make the decision. You just don't know which way to go. It's that whole thing. I kind of feel like it's based off something that happened before. Not that you're going back to that situation. It's just that, because the Two of Wands actually says, go in a different direction. You're going to pick the same path. Keep doing what you did. You're going to keep getting what you got. And you don't want that. We already know. You're very aware of what's happened before. Super aware with the 10 of Swords here. But look what comes up. And I love this. Pisces kind of got something similar where you've got the exact right people showing up to help you out with this. Now, whether that's aspects of yourself that come out, right? Or whether you actually meet people like this who help you with this. It's general, so it's going to play out differently for each of you. But have a look, guys. Two of Wands here, King of Wands. You bet your butt that King of Wands knows what trade to go. He's passionate. He's creative. He's confident. He's always the most glammed. He's the most blinged out king, always. Although the King of Swords are giving him a run for his money here. But, look at all the gold. Look at all the finery. Look at all the red. It's like, look at me. I'm ready to step forward into my destiny. I'm ready to walk the path that I pick. That's the whole point of the Two of Wands. It's not just a choice. It's not swords. Wands is action. This is not about talking the talk. It feels like the talk's been talked already with the Ace of Swords here. Now it's time to walk the walk. Perfect king coming up to do that. Now, some of you might be dealing with an Aries, another Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius with the King of Wands coming up. But I kind of feel like it's more your energy. Even if you're dealing with someone else, they're going to affect your energy in that way, right? So, I mean, the kings, no one tells them what to do. They don't need to ask permission from anyone. They don't need to ask anyone for anything. They decide this is what happens. We're going to take this action. We're going to move forward on this. which is why, you know, a lot of people say that the fixed signs are the kings, but there are some people that make the argument that the fixed signs, the kings, are the cardinal signs. So, you know, some people see that as Leo, some people see that as Aries. You're a cardinal sign. Let's go do this. Let's go take some action on this. Now, that's just it, though. What we have here, and this can become combustible very quickly with fire coming in. It's almost like you have this passion. You want to go in any direction. You want to do something. I want to go express what I have to express, right? To live from my heart, live from my passion. But do you know which direction you want to go? Where is this going? Because there's some truth that you learned. And I kind of feel like I don't want to say you're focusing on the wrong aspect of it. This is just going to make you doubt yourself. Where I'm asking you to shift your focus, because in the Ace of Swords is you've cut all this out. You cut the rest of the bullshit out and you're left with one sword, which is your truth that you go forward with. What's your truth, Aries? What is your truth? Not what looks the best, not which path looks the shiniest. What is the shiniest truth that you have within you? That's what this is about. And you know what I kind of get from this, this is I don't want to say the old you, but it's more the pre whatever happened. You would have been fine to bounce along, to kind of be very confident and to kind of just walk in there. I think it's what is her name? Oh gosh, I forget her name. She's another reader. Something that she said came to mind now. I think it's that something crowned with glory reborn. And the best thing, I think it was her that said it about fire signs. And she said even angels will think twice about places that fire signs will just walk into without thinking. Guys will boldly walk into it. But that's just it. I feel like when that old kind of thing comes up within you that, oh, I usually take anything on. I usually go and do this from passion. That's why this is coming up. It's a reminder that, well, no, the last time we did it, remember this happened. But that's why the King of Swords is crucial here coming up as a future energy. Now, this could be an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone that has those traits, right? But I don't think so. I think it's more you. It's if you have that fire within you, right? King of Wands. But whatever you went through here, it's given you a new way of thinking, a new kind of decision-making process, a new truth. The whole thing with the swords, the people from the suit of swords, is they tell the truth. They speak their truth. They're authentic. His word is his bond. He will always speak the truth. If he gives his word on something, that is the truth. That is the truth. So what's your truth? And it's here. You already know what this is. It's pulling the pieces together. That's how I feel like this is. It feels like this is the week where, you know, you've gone through this kind of passionate thing. You've gone through this kind of painful truth thing. You've gone through all of those, and you're kind of bringing them together to head in a direction. It's like packing. What are you going to take with you? You're going on a new journey. What are you taking with you? And you might look in your closet and think, oh, I didn't know I had this. I didn't know I had this. That's what it is. But only if you can focus on your new truth that's come up for you. Not on what happened, not how, because, I mean, think about it. Nothing in nature happens just once, right? Good, bad, ugly, nothing ever just happens once. But when we try to manifest a future from what's happened in the past, someone will think about how happy they were, but then it kind of, we keep going along that movie to where we got hurt. That's what kind of feels like here. And it's saying, don't do that. Stop where your truth is. Stop with your truth. King of Swords speaks his truth. He knows that's the whole thing. He doesn't have a problem making decisions. People come to him to help them make decisions. So you have the fire, you have the logic and the thought process behind this. What does that bring you? You know that whole thing when you were doing maths, a negative and a negative equals a plus. Ta-da! There's your plus, Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, and I've seen this so much. This has been coming up all over the bloody place. This is your cup, guys. What is in your cup? How do you want to feel? What do you feel? This is that new beginning. And this is very telling. It comes up there bookending this with the Two of Wands. So you pick the path that calls to your heart, not the one that you think is going to get you away from this, but the one that your heart truly wants. Now, it's very important. It kind of feels like somebody needs to really understand that, because it's combining the energy of these two. It's combining the passion and the creativity, what I want to create, the entrepreneurial spirit, go try something new, with the truth that you've learned, hard-earned truth, right? Out of that comes this. What do you want to feel? All right. You guys I mean, this is probably one of the first readings in the last few weeks that I can remember, Aries, that you guys haven't been inundated with coins or pentacles, right? So the Ace of Cups is what's in your cup. What's in your cup? That's the whole point. Whenever it's an ace, it always starts off with us. Every great love story begins with how we love ourselves. Ace of Swords sits above it, right? So this is all new beginnings. You had the truth of a new beginning before, but your emotions weren't there. Your advice this week is, how do you feel about it? Don't be afraid of what happened last time, that you've got the passion, you've got the logic now behind this, but how do you feel about it? What are you taking into this emotionally? Whatever's in your cup is what you get back. That might be where you need to pause this week for a moment. You don't want this. I mean, Ace of Cups, yeah, it's emotional growth, it's healing energy, it's new love, you know, second chances in love. It's all of those beautiful things. Not when we're focused on the Ten of Swords. That's where you got the Knight of Pentacles here. This is about being reliable, being dependable. Now, the Knights, they do not have the experience of the Kings. You guys, what's coming up in this reading, whoever this resonates for, you're an expert now at the King of Wands stuff. Creativity, the passion, you know that. You're an expert at your truth, speaking your truth, what you know to be the truth, right? But it's the physicality of it. How do you implement this physically around you? How do you put this to work for you? And when Knights show up, it shows where we lack that kind of, we're not experts in that area. And it's almost like you have your truth, but you're having problems of, how do I implement this though? What's the next step? What next step do I take? You know, how do I work from this? That's why the Ace of Cups is here. That's your answer. Your emotions. And I say that all the time, right? Your emotions are your divine guidance system. You don't have to trust other people. You don't have to trust other situations, but always trust yourself. You've gotten through everything so far. You might have got yourself into stuff, yeah, but you got yourself out as well.